Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk. So boom, Afriforum, right? They just did the thing again. Again, these dudes just opened another criminal case, this time against the one and only Julius I will never go to jail Malema. And you know what? This story is actually juicy, spicy, full of plot twists, but also it's as predictable as the Royal Rumble if Roman Reigns is in there. Because if you've been in South Africa for more than 2 weeks, you already know Malema is the one who is most protected, or the final boss of the untouchables. Let's break it down like we're at the barbershop, right? I'm not gonna research, I'm not gonna quote cases, I'm just gonna talk to you. As your boy who's been watching these power games unfold since ESCOM still worked. You ever notice how Afriforum is like that one kid in class who always tells the teacher everything? Like, ma'am, Julius Malema is shouting again. Ma'am, Julius Malema stole my pencil. Ma'am, Julius Malema is threatening people again. Ma'am, Julius Malema just said kill the boer in assembly. They're the ones that do that because no other student is brave enough to do that, right? So Afriforum has this beef with Malema as a result of that. That actually goes way back. Old beef, like Braai left in the sun kind of beef. And I can't lie, some of their complaints aren't totally crazy. The guy says some wild stuff, and he acts like a GTA NPC during a side mission, and he has this vibe, like laws don't apply to me because I am the law. So this time, boom, they're like, alright, we've had enough with this guy. Criminal case, you and Floyd Shivambu over here. Let's talk VBS money, political gangsterism, and asset seizures. And you know what Julius probably did when he heard all of that? He probably poured a glass of imported whiskey, leaned back, and laughed. Because let's be honest, Julius Malema knows exactly why he's not going to lose this. He knows he's not going to lose. He's the type of guy to walk into court with a fresh fade, a swagger in his step, and his whole revolutionary church choir called the EFF behind him. You'll have aunties ululating, dudes with berets sweating in winter, and little kids holding up signs that they definitely didn't write themselves. He's not just a politician. He's a movement. He is a myth. He is Malema. And no matter how many times you take him to court, nothing sticks. It's like he's coated in that non-stick Teflon from your mom's favorite pan. You can cook all the allegations, all the charges, all the affidavits, and he still slides off the pan, hot and sizzling, ready for his next speech. Why? Because he's protected. By who? That is the golden question. The ANC? Maybe. The NPA? Perhaps. Hidden puppet masters in the shadows? Could be. But one thing's for sure. The law moves very slowly around Julius, or just stops entirely when he's involved. Now you might be wondering, why is Afriforum bringing this up again? Why now? Easy. Elections are soon, and the ones that just happened. Coalitions are forming and political drama is currency. You see, when people are bored of load shedding, petrol prices, and the same 4 types of chicken at Pick and Pay, you gotta give them a little show. Malema's always good for that. He's good at that. And Afriforum, they know the vibes. They bring the papers, they hold the press conference, and the public, they eat it up as they always do. Like, ooh, did you see what Julius said this time? Yo, it's now serious, hey? They've got receipts. Wait, is it true? VBS, money laundering. Yes, babes, we heard this in 2019 already, but it's back with season 2. Apparently, Afriforum took Malema to court again. Let me tell you how this goes down. Alright, number 1, Afriforum lays charges because they're the only bunch that bothers to against someone like Malema, knowing their chances are as odd as Kaizer Chiefs beating Orlando Pirates again. Number 2 is that Julius tweets some spicy clapback and goes back to yelling about nationalizing banks and land expropriation from the white monopoly. Number 3, the NPA looks at the paperwork like, interesting. Don't worry, we will investigate. Spoiler alert, they won't. In fact, they couldn't care less. Number 4, 6 months later, due to lack of evidence and procedural complications, the case has been postponed. Just like it always has with Malema. Number 5, Malema walks out like, you see, I'm the people's leader. They fear me. They hate to see a black man rise. They are trying to silence me. It's textbook. It's a whole telenovela at this point. And bruv, let's be honest, Malema knows exactly how to play this game because he's played it so many times. He'll cry persecution one moment and then flex his Gucci belt the next. He'll scream white monopoly capital while sipping champagne in his house in Santon or something. The man lives in a contradiction. And guess what? He's got an audience that loves him for that. They love that feeling. And the worst part is that Julius was once the anti-system guy. He was the rebel. He was the fight the power guy. Now he is the power. He's got MPs. He's got influence. He's in coalition talks. He's shaping city councils. He's influencing the kids. You're not charging a rebel anymore. You're trying to bring down a whole ecosystem this man has created. And systems defend themselves. Think of it like this. You can fight a lion, but try fighting the whole pride, you're gonna get mauled. Same thing here. Let me be straight up. This is not justice. This is not really about right or wrong, even though we all know who's wrong in this situation. It's not about stolen millions or hate speech. This is politics, dressed up in a little court robe and pretending to actually care about morality. It's drama. It's attention. It's power chess. It's what are they gonna do to get you to watch. And both sides are using the media like this loudspeaker for them. Afriforum wants to prove they are the white knights, the last defenders of law, order, and free speech. Malema wants to prove he is the oppressed revolutionary being targeted by the establishment. Meanwhile, the people, we're just sitting here, still broke, still unemployed, still getting taxed, still waiting for the lights to come on, still waiting for the femicide to at least subside a little bit. So what's needed in such situations? Simple. Someone who is braver than the system. You need an NPA boss who doesn't care about career suicide. A judge who doesn't flinch when the Red Berets chant outside the courtroom or try to fight the security. A media outlet willing to report every single update without bias. And a public that doesn't get distracted the moment Caspar Nyovest tweets something. But we don't have that. So nothing is gonna happen. Honestly, the courtroom has become a stage. And Julius is the #1 performer, just like he always is every single year. Afriforum has decided to join that performance and we're all watching the play. Some of us clap, some of us boo, but deep down we all know this show only has one ending to it and always will. Because Malema will probably win again. Drew McIntyre will become WWE champion again before Malema wins in court. It's like generations. It just keeps going. You want to know what I really think? This whole thing is a distraction. A political soap opera designed to make us think something is actually going to happen to Malema. Even though Afriforum is trying, let's face it guys, Malema is not going to go to jail. Kids are still failing at school. Crime is still up around here. Corruption is normal, which is why Malema's not going anyway. Petrol is almost 30 rand. And people don't even know what the inside of a courtroom looks like. But let the powerful keep fighting each other, right? While we fight each other for jobs, water, electricity, and a little bit of dignity. That's the game. So what now? What now? We know Malema's gonna win, so what now? I'll tell you what's next. Malema, after he wins, is going to tweet about it. He's going to shout in parliament the next time he's in there. He's gonna delay court for 2 years. He's also going to use it as ammo for 2026 elections. Afriforum, because they know they might really lose in this case, they will keep going. Maybe score a little win by having that bravery. They will lose the war though, in public opinion, will be labeled as racist again by Malema and all his minions. And us will move on until the next headline drops, until the next court debate, until the next scandal. Because in South Africa, there is always a next scandal. Let me leave you with this. South Africa is not broken because of one politician. It's broken because we let powerful people break the rules over and over again and pretend like it's okay. Whether it's Malema, Zuma, Ramaphosa, or whoever else, until people are actually held accountable around here, all of this will just be noise. So yes, Afriforum opened a case. Cool story. We've seen this season before, therefore we know how it's going to end. They're going to lose. Now, back to your regularly scheduled load shedding. This is the Summer Sambit, and like always, I'll see you next time.